welcome to Southern Sass Chats. My guest today is no stranger to our TV screens. We've seen him on Hallmark Channel, Great American Family, Lifetime, and Up TV. He's also been featured as a guest star on multiple TV series like Reacher, Supernatural, Tracker, Star Trek, and more. Please welcome Christopher Russell.
How you doing?
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. I know that I have you up on a Saturday morning. I hope you did not have to work filming until 3 in the morning for this before you
No.
get up for this.
No, we've been pretty lucky on this show. This show being When Hope Calls, because a lot of it is contingent on daylight. So our hours are mostly early in the morning, and then by the time it gets dark, we might have a couple scenes that are night scenes, and that's that. There's not too
That's
many
awesome.
late night shoots.
That's awesome because I know, depending on the show you're working on, you could work all night long. When you worked on the show Supernatural, I'm just going to segue for a second because I know you did an episode of that. It's funny because my husband and I have been rewatching Supernatural on Netflix, just like binging. And I'm like, there's Chris Russell. You're young now, but younger in shows like Reacher and stuff. Was that I'm trying to remember, was that a nighttime scene or was that do you even remember? That's been a long time.
No, we shot that in the day, but that's in the studio, so it didn't matter what was happening outside.
Yeah. Have you filmed anything that where you had to film like overnight?
Oh yeah. Anytime us actors do thrillers,
Yeah.
they're mostly night shoots.
Yeah.
Um yeah, recently I did Seduced by His Lies, and that was a lot of night shoots, a lot of night shoots. Um Unreal, we did a lot of night shoots. Oh my goodness, Jack Ryan.
Oh,
Jack
wow.
Ryan was night shoots in the desert of Morocco.
Forgot about that. Yes, my husband watches that show. So
Yeah.
you've popped up on a lot of things that I watch with him. So like we were watching Tracker back in the winter, I think, last season. And I'm like, there's a Hallmark guy I point out every time I see someone from Hallmark on all these shows, and he's like, you need like we need like a drinking game or something. Or like every time you see a Hallmark star on something you watch, so it's always entertaining to me to see different sides of the actors. And you're a very versatile actor. You have played the good guy, the bad guy, all the things. So we'll get into that a little bit more further in. But you started out modeling first, correct? Before you started acting, or was it kind of a both?
I mean, define modeling.
It's what I read that you had modeled.
Yeah, that could be misleading. I wasn't a successful model. I certainly didn't make a living at it. So I've always wanted to be an actor since I can remember, right? And I was in every school play I could do. I joined the drama club. I did theater camp all through elementary and high school.
Same.
And that was always my dream. I did background work when I was a teenager, briefly. um, actually, a quick aside on my last background job, which would have been my third one. I was a waiter in the scene, and I had to come serve an hors d'oeuvre to the lead actor and walk off.
Oh no.
And we were there for like, I think it was like hour 17 or something like that. And I lived probably a 2 hour drive from set. I'm a teenager. I'm getting bored.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care that I'm making a little bit of money. So I go up to them and I say, I have to go. I have to go back home. It's too late for me now. And they're like, well, you can't. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're established. You're the waiter. You can't. I'm like, oh, well, I'm going. So I left, and that was my farewell to background work.
I've done that.
Um,
I've been a background
yeah,
actor, so I know. what that mean, what that entails, and it does get boring. You go in the first time thinking, "Oh, this is cool. I'm going to be, around the actors," and you hope that you're singing in the background or something, that you're the featured extra or whatever. But yeah, it
Yeah.
gets really boring.
It can be, and not to reduce the background performers who do it full time and
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh,
Like it,
it's amazing.
everyone's different, right? Just for me as a teenager, wasn't working for me. So back to the modeling. So then I went around Toronto, Ontario. I think I was by this time I was 20 years old, and I just knocked on every agency door with my resume. Because back then you could just walk in and waiting for someone to call me back. And the only one, because I had nothing, right? I just said theater school. The only one that called me back was a modeling slash acting agency. So I just went with what I could get. And then they sent me out for tons of stuff in the first year. I booked pretty quickly a very, very small actor role in that time. But then aside from that, like as far as the modeling goes, like I did a couple editorials and like a hair show.
When you
I
got
had
good
really
hair,
long
so yeah,
hair.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But it just that side of it, the modeling side of it wasn't for me at all. Standing there posing for pictures or walking down a runway trying to look, va va voom Vidal Sassoon wasn't for me. I wanted to act. I always wanted to act. So I kind of, after a year of that, I said, I just want to audition. I don't want to do any of this other stuff. And they weren't too pleased with that. So I ended up getting another agent eventually and taking acting classes religiously. And yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, they weren't advancing you. It was just, it's what you needed to do. So
Yeah.
you did, and we're all happy for it because we've seen you in so many wonderful movies over the years, as well as your guest appearances on other shows and everything. So we're glad that you stuck to it and pursued your dreams, and that you're doing so well. I mean, you're doing very well because you are now a lead on a TV series.
That
How
is correct.
feel
Yep.
to be the lead on When Hope Calls and be part of the, let's see, what do they call them, the Mountie Monday group or whatever? Tell us about
Yeah.
that.
Um, well, first of all, I'm very grateful for it. Not only am I able to sort of fulfill my dream as an actor, um, being a lead on a period piece. It's set in 1920 for those who haven't seen it. Playing an iconic um, character in time, the mounted police, and then also being able to star opposite my good friend Cindy Busby. Um,
She's
you
such a
couldn't
doll.
ask for a better representation of the stars aligning, truly. And yeah, I mean, every time I'm on set and it's Friday and some of the crew are like, oh, thank God it's Friday, looking forward to the weekend. I'm thinking, I'm not, 'cause I just want to keep doing this. It's just every time I'm there on that set, it's it's just amazing. It's so wonderful. Everyone involved is wonderful. Like all the characters on the show are amazing. Like the actors playing them are amazing. The crew's really devoted and on top of things. And the town itself is a character of its own.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's a real functioning uh, town in the sense that the exteriors and interiors of every storefront or hotel or business actually functions. Same with the orphanage. It's an actual house that they built for the show. The ranches, everything, which is it's just such an immersive experience. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it.
You really feel like when you put on that uniform, but your costume, and you step on that set, that you actually, like I said, immersive experience. You feel like you actually go back in time and to much simpler times when, I
Yep.
mean, not everything, of course, we can go into what wasn't good and all the things, but it's still just a simpler time of community and caring for each other, knocking on doors. How can I, do something for you? What can I bring good into the world? Um, it's a nice escape, I would think, to do that type of role. Especially if you've got such a good dynamic on set that you don't care that it's the weekend and your time off. I mean, that's a lot of sets are not that way. I mean, so when you have this like gold that have connected with everyone, that's what makes people want to watch the show too. When you know that everyone really enjoys it and they love working with each other. And Cindy had great things to say about you, by the way, in both on camera and off. How good you've been to work with, that she just loves it. And so, yeah, I think everyone, we're talking about When Hope Calls, that airs on Great American Family and Great American Pureflix for streamers. Um, and you came on this show. We know originally had the first season with mostly a different cast, and
Mhm.
came in with season two a few years later with you and Cindy at the helm. Um, how did it feel kind of coming into this after there had already been this other cast? Did that put a little bit more pressure on you, or did you just look at it as it's like we're starting fresh?
Yeah, it's a good question. Um, there definitely was pressure for sure, but as I mentioned, having like while the first, let's say, top top build four cast members were transitioned out, and then we have a new top four coming in. The rest of the cast from season one's all there.
Yeah.
Everyone's there. And it felt, I think because enough time had passed from season one to season two, it felt just like a fresh start in a way.
Yeah.
In season two, we wrap up a couple of the storylines in the first two episodes before we segue into the direction the show's going. But even though there was a pressure, and I will, as an aside, say I actually feel more pressure this season, right? Um,
Keep leveling it up.
yeah, I feel more pressure this season for sure. Um, but like I said, the fact that Cindy is there as our leading lady, and I've worked with her and developed a friendship with her before the show even started. Um, and then, yeah, just feeling very grounded in that, and knowing that once I put that uniform on, once I walk on that set, and the writing, all of it together sort of helps support in such a big way the show and my character, that the pressure kind of evaporated,
Yeah.
and it was just a really enjoyable thing to be a part of.
Yeah. And now you guys are filming another season. So I know there are a lot of people who are excited that the show's coming back, and it will be back sometime in 2026. Have they announced the date yet, or?
No, they haven't announced the date. Yeah, last year they didn't announce it, I don't think, until the end of January or February.
But we know
So
it's
we'll
coming
see.
back. I know a lot of people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. I watched a few seasons of one called La Heart, and then I kind of just like, the time period stuff is not truly my jam. So I kind of like moved on away from it. But then I'll be honest, I never watched the first season of When Hope Calls. So I didn't really have much comparison, to going into it. But I'm like, oh, I'm going to give this one a try because I like Chris and I like Cindy. And I knew a couple of other actors were making appearances in episodes like Jesse and Trevor. And so I started watching it, with a fresh perspective. And I thought that this show I'm going to say that I think it's the best thing Great American Family has done to date.
Well, I
I'm
appreciate
very
that.
honest. Just a very honest person. As someone who has had a movie myself, I'm going to always throw this in here whenever I can. Otto and Apple Hill is a Hallmark movie, and that's based
Yeah.
on my book. I'm a writer. I don't know if you looked up anything about me, but I am a writer.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah. And so I look at these things. I look at the details and the adaptations, and I know this is from Jeanette Oakes' book, and her book series, and I think it's wonderful. But I'm like, okay, let me look. I try to compare different things that I see from different shows, and I feel like this show really put Great American Family on the map with the level of the production. I like some of their other stuff, but this show really feels strong. And I think that speaks to one, I mean, we know the set was already, pretty much there from the first season they had done, but the heart and the soul that went into bringing this show back. I know it was a passion project for Bill Abbott, CEO of Great American, to bring this back. And he really wanted to do it from the beginning when he started the network. So to bring it back with, cast members that we love, I just think that is really great. And I love that when I speak to people about the show, they're happy about it and that you and Cindy enjoy working on it so much. So congratulations on When Hope Calls getting another season. So we're going to
Thank you.
cheers on
And
that.
yeah, for those watching, you don't have to see season 1 to understand what's happening in season 2.
No, you don't.
Um,
It's
not
like
at
a
all.
whole different, yeah, it's like, oh, okay, this is happening, and I'm trying to remember Grace. The characters are leaving and moving on. It was one of them's not even in there, but anyway, yeah, it's like it's starting fresh with Nora coming to town, and they find their connection with the, being cousins or whatever they were, and then moving forward. I'm trying to remember everything details, but
Well, Nora's Lillian's aunt.
Aunt, that's her aunt. Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. I remember the conversation outside, and they find that out that, and she's like, oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's right. And this season, one more thing on that, a few other actors who've been around in the Great American universe now are coming on. Like Jillian Murray has joined the cast. Is Trevor in
Mhm.
it a little more frequently this season?
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah, him and I have a
Okay.
lot of great stuff this season.
Okay.
Um,
That's
because it picks up right where we left off in
mm-hmm.
last season, and he and I need to wrap that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say anymore, but
Right.
we still have some Mountie business to attend to.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it. And, I love that that whole world have embraced more Mountie guys as their Mountie Mondays for their posts and things that I see. So it's not just, Kevin McGarry and, from One Calls the Heart, but also, Mountie Michael and everybody, everybody's kind of all coming in. So I think that's great. I love the crossover there. Moving on from that show, you have worked with 4 actresses. I just noticed this yesterday that I have had on my podcast, and I just
Oh.
started it a few months ago. I just kind of do it here and there. So, you've worked with Cindy, of course, Shay Robbins,
Hmm.
Jen Lilly. I had Jen
Hmm.
on a week ago, and Laura Osnes. So
Yeah.
all 4 of them have been on here. So it was, naturally, I had to have Chris on here. And you've worked with 2 of them more than once, Jen and Cindy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's right. That Love Unleashed was an older one with you and Jen.
Yeah.
And then Where the Heart Is, or something. I remember something with heart, Where the Heart Belongs, or
Yeah,
something
that's
like
it.
that. I remember that one. And then you and Shay are actually going to do a sequel to A Christmas Prayer. I read that somewhere that it
You
was
read it, did you?
announced.
Yeah. I mean, Bill Abbott announced it
And it was a surprise to you guys, right?
Yeah, he announced it live on our the Great American Family fifth or year five celebration on Wednesday just passed. So that's the first I've heard of it and all I've heard of it.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's
I'll take that as a compliment
yeah.
to our work on that movie. I definitely felt like we were making something special when we were doing it. That movie has it's really touched a lot of people, a lot of people's hearts in very um, I don't want to say profound, but for lack of a better word, that's the one I'm going to use because it resonated with so many people because it's a very real take on a large community of people that exist in the world that maybe aren't necessarily represented in the Christmas movie genre
Mhm.
because a lot of Christmas movies focus on
Secular stuff.
Santa,
Yeah.
yeah, and presents and like some hijinks, like oh, these people are opposing each other because of this or that. Now they have to enter some contest and they whatever it is.
Right.
And I'm not putting those movies down. Don't get me
No.
wrong. I'm not at all. But it's very rare to have a Christmas movie that comes along that's actually about what Christmas is. What is Christmas? It's the celebration of the birth
Birth
of
of Jesus.
who?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Right? But
Right.
nobody talks about that in most of these
I
movies.
know. I know. I
But
find that.
that's what our movie's about. But it's not
Yeah.
about it in a preachy, hey, just so you know, you need to no.
Yeah.
It's told in a very realistic and nuanced way. And I think that's why people responded so well to it. Because like, yeah, that's what it's like for us at Christmas. That's what it's about for us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like, the child wanting, prayers for other people,
Yeah.
it's like blessings for other people. And, it's a selfless feeling and selfless thing. And that part of that spirit of love that we feel at Christmas, it comes from that love. With growing up in church, and we always did our whole thing at church with our multiple meetings of what we're going to do for our choir group, what we had this thing called a Chrismon tree, and we all made these different ornaments and put on it and all these things. But it comes from the spirit of giving and love, and not about what you're going to get, but what you can give, and being kind to others. And it's a feeling we wish more people would keep year round. And I think it's important that we have some movies at Christmas that actually focus on the birth of Christ. I think we need a
Mhm.
Hanukkah movie for our Jewish friends, but I also think we need a faith-based movie or two, because it is about for me, for Jesus being born. And so I've always liked the Dayspring movies for that reason also. So I think I actually read a review where someone had said, this movie is more about, it's not really focused as much on romance as it is about, like it's more of a powerful movie. And I think that's great. And I will tell you, I haven't watched it yet, but I have it recorded. So I'm still just starting to get into my Christmas movie catch up. I watched four. And so I do have it recorded. And I've got one with Candace for this weekend that I'm recording from Great American. So I try to watch some on all the networks. But I definitely have this because, I mean, of course I'm going to watch it. One, because I like what the story is about, and Shay praised it a lot when she was on here too. But also because, you and Shay have been on here, and you both have said what a joy it was working on A Christmas Prayer. And, and also the production company that worked on A Christmas Prayer worked on Autumn and Apple Hill. So some of those same people in Winnipeg, worked on my film as well. And they're good, great people. And so, we want to always acknowledge people behind the scenes for all of
Yeah.
our
Look at
work.
that connection.
Yeah. Lots of great work there. So we didn't have the same director, but I am familiar with Nicholas. Nicholas Humphreys directed that one, correct?
Yeah, that's the second time I worked with them actually. We did the shell collector for Fox Nation when they
I saw that.
briefly dipped their toes into the to the market.
You making that one, and it was really good. So you've done a lot of different things there. So you're gonna make the sequel with Shay to A Christmas Prayer. And
Apparently.
got a lot. Well, maybe when Bill announces things, and then we have to just kind
Yeah.
of wait and see what happens. I see how that that goes with some things because there's a lot of moving parts that go into when something can happen. So, but we'll see. We're putting it out there
Mhm.
that that's going to happen for you guys too, especially now that they have um, their studio in Buffalo. Although maybe they'll make this one in Winnipeg again. So I think that would be nice, just because you want to give the same
Yeah, if we're
crew
gonna do
an
the sequel,
opportunity.
it'd be nice to do it with the same director, Nicholas Humphreys, who's
Yeah,
great. Do it in the same city so we can have the same church.
yeah.
Like
I feel like they should. Yeah, I feel like they would do that. That would.
yeah, that church is amazing. That is it was very inspiring in there. When you watch it, maybe you'll see, but it's very grand. I'm like,
Yeah, I love a beautiful church. I love, especially decorated for Christmas. No, it's just so pretty.
yeah,
Love that. Speaking of holidays, family holiday plans. So I kind of forget sometimes that Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving in October,
yeah.
and we celebrate it in November.
We needed more of a break between the two holidays, so
I
we
get
can.
that. I really do. So because of that, do you guys like start Christmas like earlier, like as far as your decorating? I mean, you might be like my husband, who's like he really does not care about doing the decorating. I do it, but like I know you have a family and everything. Do you guys get a little more into Christmas earlier because Thanksgiving is early, or do you still wait until more like December?
I think December 1st is usually when we get going on it. But honestly, if I had my way, I would start November 1st. I uh I love having a Christmas tree up. I love the decorations. I love the lights. I love the pine smell. And
So you
I
guys
love
get a real
putting on
tree?
the yeah, we get a real tree. I love the music of the holiday season, like all of it. It just feels so hopeful.
Yes, that's the perfect word. It's very hopeful. And
Yeah.
I'm already listening to Christmas music on the radio, like when I get in my car. I have Sirius XM radio or whatever, satellite. So I listen back and forth between the Holly channel and Hallmark radio mostly, but it just makes me feel good, to just hear
Yeah.
something uplifting and, getting your that's one reason some people say, oh, we shouldn't start Christmas movies so early, but time goes so quickly and we have so
Mhm.
many other things going on. That's many times by December you don't even have the time to watch that many. So I think it's great that we have them. We can record them, watch them along the way. It's always best to watch live when you can because the ratings are very important. But yeah, so you guys wait till December. I just decorated last week. My
Oh
husband
wow.
said it was a little early, but he doesn't care. He's still like he likes to look at it. He just doesn't want to do the decorating part. But
Yeah.
that's fine. Um, so when I saw you in an episode of Tracker back in the winter, I was talking about to my husband about how well that show is doing, and the ratings are like really, really high for that show.
Yeah.
Is that a show? If you had an opportunity to like to go back on there or any of the series like that are doing really well, the film in Canada, would you like to go back on and play another character on those shows that are
Oh,
doing great?
absolutely. Yeah. I love whenever I get to do a guest star on these big network shows in between doing my other uh jobs. Um yeah, because it's so different,
Yeah.
right? The characters are so different. Usually I get to do something exciting like in Tracker. I got to have
Do you have a fight
a
scene?
fight scene with Justin
Yes.
Hartley
I was trying to remember. I
and
was like, I think there was a fight scene with Justin.
Yeah, it was great, and he was funny when we first met. He looked at me and he said, "Oh, finally, someone who's tall like me," because he's such a tall guy, and
Yeah,
let's just be honest, a lot of actors aren't,
right.
and he's constantly each episode's a new storyline, and he's got a fight or two in each episode, and so he was excited to have someone that could at least look like they could beat him.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, my
so
husband is like 6'5", so yeah,
yeah.
he loves that. He's like, yay, tall guys, you know.
Yeah, so it was great, and we didn't even have to use our stunt doubles that day, so that was also exciting.
Awesome.
Him and I just went for it, and yeah, it was like a dance that fight scene and figuring it out together, and I love stuff like that because once you get the rhythm of it, once you know, it's just once they call action, you're just in it, you're hitting all the marks, but it just feels I don't know. It takes you out
Adrenaline
of your
rush.
head. It's not like doing like a 3-page scene of dialogue telling a story about how much you love a person or something like that, where you can definitely overthink it.
Yeah.
So you have to do your best to stay in character and not start acting all of a sudden, not start, oh, at this point I say this and I say this. They're just trying to be present. Whereas with a fight scene, you have no option but to be present because you could get hurt,
Yeah.
Like
You're gonna get your butt
and
kicked if you're running.
yeah, so it was so much fun. Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, it was fun. I was like, look, I remember that. Just I was like, I'm trying to remember this because you were in like an office and or whatever, and I'm like, look at Chris Russell and Justin Hartley going at it. And they are fighting, and, and my husband was laughing at me because I'm like, you and your homework, you know. He's like, but they're doing a good job. But like, you know, he didn't look at you weren't a Hallmark or Great American Actor that you were, you know, equal to Justin Hartley in that scene. You guys were going for it, and it was great. And I love seeing the versatility in your style, in your acting, and so that was really fun to watch to see something different there.
Thanks.
Yeah, and do you enjoy playing the good guy or the bad guy more, or both for different reasons?
I obviously it's fun playing the bad guy. I like to play, and I don't know that I've ever got to properly do this, but auditions anyway, is sort of the anti-hero. Like he's a good guy, but he's also he's also
Well,
operating from the gray area,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Those kind of characters are so fun to play.
yeah.
And also I really like playing buffoons, for lack of a better word. Like because I like playing them. So I
Comedy.
played this character on Day of the Dead named Trey, and he was just an idiot. He was married to the mayor. He's just kind of along for the ride, and he's just really stupid. But my favorite is playing a character like that as if he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, but everything he says is contrary to that.
Uh-huh.
But he says it as as if it's like,
Such commitment.
yeah, yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, it's all fun. It's all good.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
gosh.
I kind of find joy in all of it. I mean, even just like a straight, by the numbers romantic comedy, I find a lot of joy in all the different things you can discover in those too. Like it's all good.
That leads me into one of my favorite movies with you in it. And you and Cindy. Warming up to you. You kind of
Oh,
played
you
a
like that
little bit of
one?
that quirky guy there wearing the belly and everything.
Yeah, that was a risky one.
It was still funny though. If people need a sense
Yeah.
of humor, it was funny. It was so funny. Watching her being like, I'm a personal trainer. I'm here to get you in shape because we all know, that you like live, eat, breathe. It's part of him. Like I'm sure it is with you. Like you just wouldn't feel right if you weren't getting in whatever you do for your exercise gains, whatever.
Yeah. I think some people, I think it's like, I don't want to say genetic, but it's sort of just passed down from our ancestors. There's just certain people in your tribe that you would you would designate the hunters, right? Or the warriors or whatever you have. And I think if when you live in a society where that's not going on, but you might have that gene, you need to do some type of aggressive movement every day or to to satisfy that inert need, right? Because
Yeah,
it's true. If I don't go to the gym, I mentally feel a little messed up that
that's
day.
what he says. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
like. I mean, like he takes one day off a week, and then he'll do like a shorter workout another day. But I heard about you eating cheeseburgers in the middle of the day on set from Shay. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty
that
sure you could
sounds.
ask any one of them and they'll tell you the same thing.
I was like, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, gotta have all the protein whenever you gotta have it. That's what I was like. That is not really surprising to me. You've got to have your protein. You've got all the things. So that's
Yeah.
funny. Um, I'm gonna do a few rapid fire questions for you as we come to the latter part of our chat. So these are my favorite things to ask. So there's a big debate at Christmas time. And since you eat cheeseburgers, I know you're a meat eater. So turkey or ham for Christmas?
Turkey.
So for Christmas? Okay, see that
Yeah.
maybe that's a Canadian thing because like in the US, a lot of people say turkey for Thanksgiving and ham for Christmas. I prefer turkey for both because I just don't like ham as much. But
Yeah, me neither. You know what we do too? My wife sometimes will make a prime rib.
oh, that sounds
Oh
good.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. What does it have to? It can be anything you want it to be. I mean, I know there are people who
Yeah.
do the what is a tofurkey, whatever else.
Oh yeah.
Hey, to each their own, whatever you want to eat. I just think the name
Yeah.
sounds funny.
We
But I'm
used to
sure it's
get we used to
great.
get Chinese food on Christmas Eve when I was a kid.
I've heard of that. Yeah, that's interesting. But I also read that like your parents are British.
Yeah, I don't know
So
why they decided to do Chinese food on Christmas Eve, but hey, here we are.
I was wondering, I was like, is that something they do in England or something?
No, I
They
just
jump
think
on the for Chinese.
I think it was kind of like a novelty thing. Like it's kind of they wanted to do something that was kind of out of place because my dad's a chef. So on Christmas Day,
Oh,
it was like we got the works,
yeah,
right? So like all the traditional Christmas items, the delicacies,
yeah.
but on Christmas Eve, yeah, it would be Chinese food.
Was it like just like takeout Chinese?
Yep.
Yep, make it easy because he's gonna do so much for you guys the next day. Hey, that's
Yep.
great. I pick spaghetti on Christmas Eve. We do all the two family meals on Christmas Day with his parents and then mine. And we're fortunate, to have them. So I make like a really nice baked spaghetti. I'm not a huge cook, but there are a few things I can do, and that's one thing that
That sounds good.
So I put a lot of stuff in anyway. So it's yummy. You're invited to a Christmas party. What are you bringing?
Ooh.
It can be a beverage if it's not a meal. It doesn't have to. I mean,
Was it like a potluck? Do I need to bring like I
it can
think
be
we'd bring dessert. We'd always bring dessert, usually mincemeat pies.
awesome.
Yeah.
Bring in dessert, bring in mincemeat pie. Love it. Coffee or cocoa?
Coffee.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
on my second cup this morning. That's my limit, but I've got to have my coffee. Vacation. If you could be anywhere for a 24-hour stay to unwind, your family can be there with you. So you don't have to feel that guilt of saying, well, if I only had 24 hours, I'd just rather be home with my family. They can be with you on this trip. Where would you be?
Tulum.
I've been to Tulum. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yes, I went in college for college graduation. I have been to Tulum. Oh my goodness, I love it. Tell me why Tulum for you.
I don't know. It just it's near the Mayan Riviera, and the sand's very white, and the ocean's beautiful, and it's just I don't know. There's just something about it. It's very peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, going to the Mayan ruins was a special experience when I was there. Just
Yeah.
snorkel. It's just beautiful water. It's just beautiful and relaxing. Yes, that's a great place to pick right there, Tulum. um, what's a superpower that you wish you had?
Oh,
I like to stump people. If you could fly,
certainty.
huh?
Certainty.
Oh, I love it. Elaborate.
Well, I think a lot of us in this day and age sometimes face uncertainty quite often. And we're often faced with fork in the road decisions. And it'd be nice to have the certainty when those things come up, like, nope, this is what's going to happen. And that's that. Right. Without the humming and hawing in your mind, or maybe the stress of trying to make the right decision but you're not sure what it is. So if you were able to just inherently know that, you're like, no, this is the right decision, and have the confidence to move forward with it without any hesitation, I think that would be a good superpower. I think that's probably a bedrock of very successful people.
I love that. That's going to be a clip. Date night with your wife. Are you guys getting, if you had a choice of what you normally do, is it getting dressed up and going to like a show or something like that? Or is it more casual and going to your favorite local spot?
Somewhere in the middle, because we don't get them that often.
Yeah.
um, I've sort of stopped trying to experiment with new restaurants or things like that. If we found something that works,
You don't get many
um,
opportunities. So, yeah.
yeah. So, but I'm definitely not wearing my everyday clothes. I will make an effort.
I like that. Right in the middle there. Perfect. And what is your favorite food if you were going out? What is it that you like? I'm not sure when you go out, you're not going to get cheeseburgers at that point, or are
No,
you?
my favorite food. You know what? It's it's pizza.
Can't go wrong with
It's
pizza.
pizza. Yeah, it's my favorite, and I
It's always
I
been mine.
deny I
Too.
deny myself this beautiful creation because it doesn't sit well with me. But let me tell
Yes,
you, when I
it
do
fits. It
have it,
really fits.
we actually made homemade pizzas probably a few months ago. We made homemade pizzas, and I swear I ate like a pizza and a half to myself.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with a good pizza. We
Yeah.
we have pizza night once a week.
Well, there you go. Good. But if we're going out for dinner, I'm not going to go to a pizza place. I just it
No, we
doesn't
don't.
that
No,
just doesn't. Yeah.
like steak or Italian or I don't know
Yeah. Yeah.
something good, something you're not going to fix at home.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. If I can make this myself, I'm not paying you to do it.
exactly. It's like if I can
Yeah.
make it pretty easily, or it's something I'm going to get for easy takeout. I'm not. Yeah, no, you got to go and make it worth
Yeah.
getting dressed up for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
something you're going to really look forward to that you don't have every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming on and taking the time to talk with me today on Southern Sass Chats. You've got so many wonderful projects ahead and that you're working on right now, and just I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas season coming up with your family. Will you guys be wrapping up When Hope Calls pretty soon?
Yeah, we'll be done by the end of November.
Okay. And if you were to say something to anyone listening about the holiday season, what would you say? To wish
To give is to receive.
to give is to receive, a good message, a powerful message from the Christmas prayer, which you can find right now on Great American Family and Great American Pureflix. And we can also watch many of Chris's movies on all the different channels and streaming apps. So go make it a Merry Chris Russellmas and a Merry Christmas as well. Thank you so much, Chris, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was great.
Thank you.